Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Intuitive Insights with Willow. Here is where I always wish you peace and the understanding that life is always happening for you, not to you. So today we're going to do a daily reading. What comes out, comes out. We're going to pull three main cards. And from those three main cards, we're also going to throw 9 clarifying cards to give us more insight and detail of the storyline, okay? Let's see what comes out. Is that 10 of Wands? You have 10 of Wands? Ooh, Scorpio. We are busy, busy, busy. What is this? 5 of Pentacles. And the Tower. Scorpio, are you dealing with a Libra? I'm just saying. We have 7 of Cups at the bottom. Ooh, there's no more guessing. Now we know. There's confirmation. Whatever the situation is for you, you could have a lot of options that we're utilizing the cosmic deck. Because you also have 8 of Cups and then 9 of Cups. Why did I talk here? Well, let's build up to that. Let me stop. Just looking at 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles is clarified. We're clarifying I said that. We are clarifying 5 of Pentacles, which is the card that is influencing your current state. All right. Which is 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. You could be a business owner. You could have a lot on your plate and need to alleviate things. But what is that? It's heavy. The Sun. Yeah. I think the 5 of Pentacles, you came out of a rough spot. Things had to run its course. Now things are starting to look up for you. And the Hermit. Yeah. You had to look within yourself and figure it out. It was one of these, this is one of these people. This is a person that didn't understand their strength until they was pushed to the limits where all they had was them to fall back on. Okay? 10 of Wands, you could have a lot going on. A lot of people playing parts in your situation. Let's clarify so I can give you a more direct. Because 10 of Wands is basically burden energy. You know, sometimes we can have so much success, it can be a burden. Sometimes we can have so many ideas and be inspired by so many things that it can cause us to feel it can cripple us. So let's look at this 10 of Wands. You have the Devil, 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups reversed. 2 8s. That's interesting. It's even more interesting. It came out reverse. I be trying to figure out how that is, because I go through the cards and make sure they are all upright. I don't like reverse, but when they pop up like that, you can't do nothing but respect it. Read it that way. I mean, all cards have a positive and negative energy to them, but when it comes out flip like that, it's like, All right, so the 8 of Cups. Ooh, you got 7 of Cups on the deck. Ooh, okay, get this. So I feel like for you, after coming out of this storm and realizing your strength, it caused you to, it gave life to confidence. You may have lost, or forgot that you had. It rebuilt you, right? So now you're feeling good. The thing of it is, in the matters of relationships with other people, 10 of Wands is a card that will say, like, you need to delegate. You need to, if you're a business owner, you need to trust those that you hired to continue on those tasks. You need to allow them to do their part, because you can't do everything. Let go of micromanaging. Let it go and just walk away. And if you need to do some corrective action later, then you do some corrective action later. But you need to allow people to help, right? Now, if we were looking at a relationship, because this is Sagittarius, and it's Sagittarius, and it's Jupiter and the Sun. You do have the Sun. Did I show you your cards? You have the sun out here for your influence. But here, clarifying, okay? And then I looked at that Seven of Cups. So you got the devil here. You could be in a relationship with someone you may not fully trust. You're not understanding. You guys could have common toxicity to each other. As in, you know, if you guys indulge in substance abuse, both of you like the same thing, which is not the greatest, but only because if you're feeling entrapped and lured to it, you're also Scorpio. This could not be in the form of substance. This could be in the form of, you know, obtaining things, desire. You also are the ruler of the genitals, you know. So this could be in the form of hanky-panky. But what is obvious between you and this Saturn energy, this Capricorn, is that the two of you are not on the same page when it comes to emotions, letting something go. That's why I said at first toxic, like poison behavior. Y'all could be big drinkers. One of you could not want to drink no more. It could be causing the two of you to cross. It could also be pointing to you no longer wanting to be with this person, but entertaining other options that have come to you. That's why you got this tower, okay? See, it take a minute, but we get there. What'd he say? Yeah, you're going to see me make mistakes, and that's okay. But you'll never see me quit. I say, amen. I hear that. Oh, I want to get all these, so let's get them all. You got 10 of Wands again. So on top of the tower, you have 6 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and 10 of Wands. Baby, that's what the tower is. You are letting this go. You are no longer allowing this to hinder you. It's not that there's no love and no respect, whatever the situation is, whether it's in the form of a job, whether it's in the form of friendship, whatever it is, you're letting it go. You want something new. You're tired of being this is, oh my God, I talked to my sister and she is a Scorpio, and she said peace, which is what I always preach. Your peace is more important than anything in this world, because when you have a clear mind, you can make better decisions. Clarity is a mother. When people do energy manipulation, when I say that, I'm talking about like spell casting. It's just nicer to say energy manipulation, huh? When people do those kind of things, the first thing that they do is cause chaos and confusion. The first thing. That's the first go-to. And once that's activated and they see it, you know, starting to work, they feel a little better. But if it's not working to the degree that they desire, they elevate it a little bit more. Okay? Where they're starting, you know, that's another video. But what is going on here is that you're done with it. You're done with the arguing. You're done with the trying to figure out, where do I stand with you. That's kind of been a theme today. People just own themselves. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, when you're doing better, you can be better in the world. Okay? But that's what we got going on here. You're letting, it's laying my burdens down. You're letting it go. You can't carry everybody. You can't carry all. It's driving you crazy. So now you're making a decision. You're surrendering to the divine. That's been the theme today too. You're just surrendering to the divine, and whatever is meant for you, that is what you're going to entertain. You're no longer, you see how the 8 of Cups here, and it's in reverse. Usually that's moving on. That's looking for more, something more than just the physical. It's self-satisfaction. It's taking your power back in the name of love. Here, you're not moving, all right? You're not moving in a form of taking your power back in love. What you're trying to do is clear out what is genuine love and what isn't. What is for you and what isn't. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why you're in this surrender position, because you're tired of all this arguing and fighting, not knowing who's really for you, who's really against you. You're just done with it. Oh my God, oh my God, it's storming. If my power goes out and my braised beef is not done, y'all, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. I'll be so mad. I know I should have cooked it at 11 o'clock. I know I should have. Instead, I just made like lunch, and my braised beef just got another hour another hour, really 45 minutes, and it'll be done. But it's been going crazy with the wind and stuff. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh, I need my beef. Okay, that was a moment. Y'all see my, hopefully you can see it on the camera. My lights is flickering in here. My mouth's so watery for, I need to get my ass up off here and go fix that fucking rice. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to finish this reading and go get my goddamn rice. Because you know what? I can still record these videos and just upload them later. But, ooh, I would be so... All I had today is a bowl of cereal, y'all. I'm dead anxious for this braised beef. I've been wanting it. And to be honest, too, I have made this twice, maybe 3 times for my husband, and he has not liked it. So this time, I left out the acidic, the tomato paste, and the vinegar, and hopefully he does like it this way. Me and the boys, we enjoy it, but my husband is not enjoying it. So I made it a bit different this time. Instead of using red wine, because red wine could be tricky. Look, y'all, my lights going out. My ass just went right to my food. No, do not. I watched that dude when he's like, do not. It's like things that black people do. I can't even remember his name. That's bad. I watch him, but oh my God, that's how I feel. No. How does it feel, baby? Stressful. I want my food. I worked really hard on this too. It's a braised beef, y'all. It has to cook for 3 hours. And I marinated for 2 hours. I marinated this beef, cut it myself, marinated it. I am so excited about this beef. Oh, how does it feel? And I would be making it with mashed potatoes, but we had mashed potatoes last night with pork loin. I did seared pork loin, so I'm not going to make mashed potatoes again tonight because we just already had that. But I do want some rice, and I was going to make gumbo today. And I was like, you know what? I ain't going to make no gumbo. I'll make gumbo tomorrow. That's what I was thinking. I didn't even know it was raining today. Y'all, I finished doing my lawn today just in time for the rain to start. And it was already sprinkling, and Mufasa, my baby. I wondered, did I ever show my doggy? Mufasa. Come here, baby. Hi, baby. Come here, baby. He's like, what is this? Come here, baby. Y'all see my baby? Mommy loves you. Yeah. I love him. I love him so much, but I do have my second dog in mind already. Okay, you want to get out of the camera? People be like, with that name, I thought you'd be a big dog. No, you know, big dog, you're a little dog. It could just be like a phobia. But anyways, I say a phobia. Like, I just get... I need to cut him. His coat's gotten really long. I ain't cut him in like 2 months. Said you already got me right where you want me, baby. Yeah, I got him right where I want him. In my house, I love my dog. Don't get me wrong, but my dream dog is a bulldog. I'm gonna have a bulldog, y'all. It's gonna be so chunky, I'm gonna call it pork chop. You ever seen Doug? Doug is doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. He in love with patty mayonnaise. And his dog, what's his dog name? Pork chop. I'm like, oh my God, that's what I'm gonna get. It's not even just like a want. It's what's next in line. But yeah, he's a border collie shih tzu. And people are like, oh, with that name, I thought he'd be a big dog. I ain't got no goddamn big dog. I didn't get a big dog because my youngest was afraid of dogs. I grew up with Rottweilers. Rottweiler and pit bulls. That's what I grew up with. There was another kind of dog. What was it? What was Susie? I think Susie was a Labrador. She wasn't a golden retriever. And she wasn't a German shepherd. Anywho, she was a big dog. I grew up with pretty big dogs. But my son, my baby at the time, he didn't like dogs. And I really wanted one. So when I take him around the neighborhood before we moved here, he'd get terrified. They had this Roddy around our Anywho, it was in the neighborhood, and every time he'd see it, he'd freak out over it. So I was like, damn, I won't be able to get a Roddy. I grew up with a Roddy named Pooh Bear. Forever we thought Pooh Bear was a boy. Pooh Bear was a girl. I gotta get my auntie to give me those pictures. She's sick right now. Um, there's pictures of me sitting. Pooh Bear is like, half circle sitting, and I'm sitting on Pooh Bear eating my popsicle. Like, Pooh Bear was everything. When Pooh Bear died, everybody cried. Everybody. When I say cry, I mean everybody in the house was sad, including the cats. Everybody was sad when Pooh Bear got put down. And my cousin Bam, he put her down because she had cancer real bad and she was in a lot of pain. She wasn't even playing with us anymore. When we see her and like want to ride her, she was our horse, y'all. We want to ride her, and she couldn't. It used to make her so sad. She used to whine. Pooh Bear was the most loving dog ever. I used to always put my face in Pooh Bear's face, which you're not supposed to do that, but we did. Growing up, all of us did. When Pooh Bear got dog food, we always see her dog food with her. Well, we made our own because Pooh Bear never shared with us. That's the only time she like nip at us. And my cousin Applehead used to push the limits, baby. And she almost bit his damn nose off. I'll never forget. We was like 9, I want to say. And yeah, Pooh Bear almost nipped his nose off. When she eat, you wasn't supposed to mess with her when she ate because she growled, when we got by. But how did I get on that shit? Probably freaking out over this beef, baby. It stopped though. I'm just so fucking paranoid. I'm so paranoid. Cause I do not. I'm gonna be so sad. So sad. I'm gonna still eat it, but I won't be happy about it. That's the Taurus for you. I spent my money on it. Spent my money on it. Anyways. All right. How did I get on that? Oh yeah, I wanted to get a Roddy, but I couldn't because of my son. So I ended up getting a small dog, and I actually bought him from one of my neighbors. She breeds dogs. Her border collie Shih Tzu, and that's he was part of her last breed. I actually had a girl. I ain't even gonna go down there because it made me cry. I was stressed. I wasn't in my right mind for me to do what I did. I was stressed. They ended up having puppies. I know 2 dogs. This brother and sister will have puppies. I guess coochie is coochie though. He got up in there and she clamped. Next thing you know, they had babies. I was freaking out. My husband was at work. He went answering the phone. I didn't know what to do. So I went down to my neighbor who I got a dog from. I said, oh my God, there's something wrong with my dogs. They stuck together. I don't know what to do. She's like, what happened? What's going on? Come down. I said, come now. So I really did that. I'm not gonna. She was like, okay, I'm coming. I said, come now. Come. I don't know what to do. I can't pull them apart. She said, oh, you're gonna have puppies. I said, I'm gonna have puppies. She said, yeah, they're. And I was like, what? Like that? I was like, when I grew up, they didn't do that. They did like actual humping action. Like, I didn't know you get in there and get stuck. She was like, yeah, they go in and she clamps on, and when she clamps on, he can't let go till she lets go, and he shoots in her, and she has babies. She had 6 puppies. I didn't know what the hell to do with them. I had 8 dogs, y'all. I was going crazy, baby. And I was working third shift at Amazon. Ooh, shit. It was crazy. Anywho. So, baby, you got other options. You exploring these other options? That's what that 7 of Cups is. You know that you have people that are real for you in your circle. And also, I feel like this is romantic, too. You could just like toxic dick. Oh, I don't know why I said that, but you could. You could just like it. Because this devil, every time I look at him, he's like, get over here. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so that is what I have for you. Bottom of the deck, like I said, you have the Emperor on one hand, and then you have 7 of Cups on the other hand. So like I said, I feel like you got a new man. I feel like there's somebody else in the picture. You may not be pursuing them right now, but there's someone else that's in the picture, and you're deciding that, this is better than that. You could not even be physically involved with the toxic one anymore, but they could linger in your energy. You understand what I'm saying? They could still be in your heart. If you need a shoulder to cry on, a real woman like me to rely on, Look no further, your search is over. Cause I will take care of your heart. What is that song? That got Latoya Luckett and Tank in it. Tank is the bad boy. I say he look like it. All right. That is what I got for you, honey. Sorry I freaked out. Y'all see how I do? When I freak out, I need to get my ass up in there and get that. I ain't playing though. So, this Scorpio, we got 5 more for the day, okay? Let me get up in here and make this rise. I'm gonna come back, all right? Y'all don't care. I mean, you care, you appreciate it, but like what I got going on, all that extra stuff, y'all be like, girl, get to the, because I'll be like that. If I be watching, I'll be like, girl, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna give a shit. Get your ass. Turn them damn cards, pretty bitch. That's what I be. And it could be male or female. I'll be like that. But all right, that is what I got for you, honey. If this reading resonated with you, give your girl a like, because I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. Please appreciate mine. Give your girl a like. Also, if you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. Know this. Leave on this note. Know that no matter what cards are dealt to you in this life, you play them cards to the best of your abilities. Because regardless, you got this. As long as you're 6 feet above the dirt, you got this. Other than that, if your ass in the spirit world, you need to find a medium that's going to do some shit for you. But we ain't on that. We on this. Bye.